Hello. Okay, it's stream time, and today is the first of Monday streams. Starting off with Monster Mash Monday. So the idea is we're going to start doing some mashups of animals, creatures, monsters to create our own little unique things. And yeah, if you want to start suggesting some, I got a few on my Twitter and Instagram, but the more the merrier. I've got a little website that I found that I can pop up a little wheel of things, and we can spin and get a random one. And yeah, then I also think we're gonna do it sort of like head, body, arms and legs, and sort of combine like that, so you get a whole lot of mix of things. And I might also do a second wheel of like attributes. I've made a list. It might start getting too complicated doing that, so it might just be best to just go with animals. But I've got a thing of like cute, ugly, glowing eye stalks, stuff like that, so we can make it even weirder, maybe. The idea will be to draw them in Photoshop, and potentially, if we have time or if we so desire, maybe make them in 3D. That's a little bit slower process, so I'm not sure, but could be cool as well. Move my face. Okay, so let's say this will be our head, the first roll. So our head will be almost a fox. It was almost a fox. Okay. This is head is Diplodocus. Look at my beautiful handwriting. That's absolutely gorgeous. That'll be interesting. With spines on his neck. Diplodocus. And so the next bit we're going to call for the body, I think. Yeah, we're going to do head, body, arms, and legs. And then potentially a bonus thing of an additional attribute. Drum roll. Medusa. So it's gonna be a babe's body with okay. Unless there's alternative interpretations of Medusa, this is like a sexy female body. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, so let's do arms. We actually do have a drum roll sound. So with wings? This is already sounding quite weird. And legs. Aw, drum roll. I got the spelling wrong. A Dumbo octopus legs. So, tentacles. Short little stubby tentacles. I don't know how this is going to work on a Medusa body. What have I done? What is this monstrosity? Have you seen a Dumbo octopus? They're absolutely adorable. Boop. Super cute. I just want to see if there's any alternative interpretation of Medusa, but basically it's winged human females with venomous snakes in place of hair. I didn't know they had wings. I knew they turned people to stone. So it says some gorgons are shown with broad round heads, serpentine locks of hair, large staring eyes, wide mouths, tongues rolling, the tusks of swine, large projecting teeth, flared nostrils, and sometimes short, coarse beards. Okay. I kind of feel like this one makes it very difficult if we're going with like a humanish body. I guess it could kind of work since the Diplodocus is basically like a giant snake head in a way. And then we're gonna use owl arms, so owl wings. And we've got the Dumbo octopus for legs, which is extremely strange. I don't think we need any more elements for this because this is crazy. So those are the things that I wrote down just so I wouldn't forget them. This is gonna be weird. So do we go for just the head or do we go for the massive long neck? Because that's kind of a defining feature of it, I think. I'm just trying to find a good picture where we can actually see the head. Spiky neck, big old mouth. So do we do just like just the head? So let me just try to get some basic proportions in here. It looks like a dolphin. Got a big ridge. So do we want to go for the full long neck or do we just want to chop it off and use that there? That I don't know. This is just going to be for our baselines. Okay. So the body is Medusa. So let's see if I can draw a basic human torso. So we want to get so that's just a base shape. We can get further with that later. Then we're going to use owl wings, which is interesting because we're going to have a human-shaped body. So let's just see a wing set to go more like a harpy over here. If we get the proportion so it's similar but just exaggerated for a human body. And then the bit where it gets weird is the Dumbo octopus. This is so weird. We can just use the head like that, or we can go for the full-on neck. So it's got really tiny little tentacles, and it can actually sort of shrink them up into itself. But then it also can stretch them out a bit. It's got sort of a skirt of skin under there. Dumbo ear. So it's got little flappy Dumbo wings on there. And the human body is just the weirdest part of this. Like, it would make sense if we used something else. It just feels so weird. A little skirt of stuff, which could make sense along with feminine body. But then I think we just need to work around with the head and to make something that feels like it would Oh my god, I drew it on a different layer again. Okay. Today's not my day. Because what we could potentially do is we could take the Diplodocus and modify the head a bit. Or we can like use the neck of it and go freaking weird and put like a human head on the end of a long creepy neck, and maybe use the Diplodocus mouth in there, and we can go for something absolutely vile with the Medusa snake heads on there. And then we can take the owl wings and just make them like more vulture-y, but like owl. There's nothing really specific about owl wings except for the feathers, isn't it? That they just fly silently. Because now this is starting to make sense to me. Some sort of wom. So something I find that helps when I'm trying to make a weird thing make sense is I want to like figure out the bone structure. So like we're gonna have the long spine in here. Since it's gonna have octopus legs, it's not gonna have any bones there. We're gonna have the scapula of a human shoulders in there. So this is just going to be sort of x-ray view just so I can get an idea. We've got the bones here because we're drawing bones for wings. We've got the rib cage over here. Spinal column comes in over here. We've got the pelvis, which I guess is going to be some sort of attachment, an area to attach them. Maybe make it a little bit more feminine and hippie over there just to get that little bit of creep factor in there. Like if this thing contorts itself in the right way and you don't see the head and you don't see all the legs, it might not look absolutely horrendous at first sight, but then as soon as it comes to light you would freak out and run away. Or be dead. Probably be dead. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hide that wing because you're right, it doesn't make sense and it's just confusing things. So that was more just construction lines, but they help me get an idea of what I'm trying to do over here. Okay, so I want to zoom in here on the face and start to make this look interesting. So I'm going to take an image of Medusa and our Diplodocus and look at them together and try to figure out how the hell are we going to do this. So it's actually got a very interesting jaw. It's sort of got a squared off front, but then it opens up deep into the back of the skull. But then we want to add like a slightly human element to it. So maybe if we add more of like a human jawbone shape over there. What I find helps is if I just add in like a 50% gray, because then I can lighten things and darken things and work with just white and black. Okay, so now I'm just going to go and add in basic tone. Hi Grail, you want to come say hello? We've got a Grail. Yum yum yum. Did you just fart? I think you just farted. It stinks. Okay, you can stay there so long as you don't scream at me. Grail cam. I can't make him howl on command. Yeah, he's a husky. Unless I play a video. Okay, so let me see. If I open up, he's a human. If I open up a husky howling video, it's either other huskies howling, if I start singing with him, or if he hears the ice cream truck, then he howls. But it's not usually on command. I'm playing a video now, so you might hear funny noises. He hears it, you can see him. You're a good boy. Yes. It can be very annoying, but it's also freaking cute. That was quite a good one. Like he went full out for that. Yeah. Did you work off some energy with that? And that's one of the nicest sounds he makes. No, that's one of the more annoying sounds. If you have any ideas for like other animals to throw into our next spin of the randomizing wheel for our next critter, let me know and I'll add them to that. Can you learn how to draw in 1 week? Sure. Can you learn how to draw well in 1 week? Probably not. Can you learn to draw better in 1 week? For sure. I think the main thing to improve drawing is to just not actually improve drawing, but improve how you look at things, like critical looking at things to like measure and sort of get a sense of scale and proportion. And then it's basically just copying what you see in your head and I don't think there was ever a moment where I didn't do art, so I'm not going to say I was good at it always. I know some of my early shit was shit, but I think it's always been something that I've been into. So I am 32, so 32 years, or minus however long it took me to pick up a implement. No, I refuse. I'm not going to name the layers. I am, however, going to come in here and use my favorite brush and smooth out our surfaces. I might add details post-stream, but I think we've got the basic monster down at this point. So yeah, this is my lazy brush. Okay, so something that then starts to make things pop, get some highlights in here. Okay, I took a little bit longer on this one than I wanted to because this actually became quite a complicated design because I wasn't sure what the hell I was going to do. But I think I'm gonna call this one and say it done. I might, after the stream, come back and detail it. We might, in a future stream, pick our favorites and make them into 3D models. I quite like this, actually. Not so much the wings. I feel it could be a little bit better with something more aquatic for the arms, but that was the prompt, owl arms, so I like it. I have no idea what would we even call this thing. Gorgopus? Gorgopus. That's what I'm calling it. I had fun. I hope you did. Alright. Yeah, thanks for joining in, and I hope I didn't give you nightmares. Enjoyed this, come join one of the streams on twitch.tv/Photonwind, and if you want to suggest any other creatures or animals, put them in the comments below, and definitely like and subscribe if you enjoyed and want to see more.